Hey, it's OG-PEEPS. This is my guide for using my Triple Snipe loadout. So first things first, I like using the pulse cannon to help get my trade up. Works really good. You can get long range, close range shots and get your 19x to trait 3. One trick that I highly recommend mastering is charging your pulse cannon while you are rolling. I use my right analog stick, R3, to roll, so that way you can aim and roll at the same time, but you want to master rolling and charging at the same time because you can make some very quick, nasty shots if you perfect this little trick. But that's for sure. I would practice this and help get your trade up. All right, moving on to the cycler rifle. The cycler I mainly use for turret control and like droid control, depending if you're Imperials or Rebels. You can shoot vehicle turrets. It works really good as like a shotgun for up close too if someone's rushing you, but mainly turret control for when you're in the middle of a fight and there's a turret locking onto you. If you're right up close to it, you can just one-shot it. You see Krennic's droid, you can just shoot it. It works good as a shotgun, like I was saying. Someone rushes right up to you, you just pull it out, shoot them without even thinking. I use the pulse cannon and the cycler as shotguns, and it works really good. That's just a way to think of it differently so you don't focus on it too hard. You think too hard about it, and you can kind of choke and mess it up. But moving on to the 19x and the loadout in general, with everything working in harmony with each other. Like this guy was traded up on bodyguard. I tag him, he thinks he's safe, goes in the squad shield. You got the cycler to finish him off. We get one with the pulse, 19x, and cycler. All three rifles in harmony. Just, I love clips like this. It's so satisfying. Get someone with each shot. And one thing is, always get a shot before you pop your cooling cell. Don't just pop your cooling cell and start shooting, because I think you can get 7 shots if you do it right. So you always want to take a shot and then pop your cooling cell. But there's another clip using all 3 rifles in sync together. I love it. It's a lot of fun. This is my loadout. I'm the first one to start using it. And main thing too is don't take long range battles. Close and medium range is actually perfect. It's where this really shines. And this is one thing that's frustrating. The crosshairs do not line up in this game. Look how far the crosshairs are off. When I do the best with this loadout, I just trust my instincts, because that doesn't make sense. Hopefully whoever did develop this game isn't developing games anymore, because that is just horrible. That is really, really, really bad. But yeah, like I was saying in general, with this loadout, medium range is kind of perfect, because unless someone is bodyguard trait 3, you'll always one-shot them, even on trait 1, let's say like from where I am to where I cycled that guy. Usually you can one-shot people. If you try just sitting in the back and taking really long shots, you're not gonna do that good. But always go for the headshot. That's why I'm replaying this clip. Always take your time. If you can make the headshot, go for the headshot. You can see there the pulse cannon kind of has some splash damage. You can just shoot sometimes in the general direction of an enemy. You can shoot over the top of a rock, like on the side of cover, and lots of times, I've had a lot of times to where the pulse cannon doesn't even make contact with them and you can still kill them. But yeah, like medium range with this gun really shines. If you like, there's some players that'll sit way in the back and just try to take long shots. I guess if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But with this loadout, you want to play aggressive. See there, take a second, line up the headshot if you can. But I would just play very, very aggressive with this loadout. It helps a lot. Play your cover, know your map. One of the best things to do with it is control an area, because you know you have no healing, you have no shields, you have no jetpack, you have no mobility. So you got 3 long range weapons. One of the best things you can do is, kind of depending which mode you're playing, if you're playing walker assault, find you a couple spots that you really like, you know, on each stage of the map, on each stage of the links, and controlling an area is really one of the best things you can do with it. And unless you get really warmed up, then you can just run around like a madman. But this loadout is really powerful. If you master it, you're definitely a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I average 30 to 50 kills a game with it. I've popped off a few times and almost gotten 100. But yeah, eventually you'll be hitting cheeky shots like this. You just do these little crazy snapshots with the cycler and boom, they're done for. But I don't know if that helps anyone. It's definitely interesting. I've gotten a lot of hate mail using it, so. And for whatever reason, you know, sometimes when you're loading into a game, how they have the, you know, the loading screen and it says that aiming does not affect your accuracy, but for some reason I think it does with the 19X. I have tried multiple times using Berserker, but personally I highly recommend using Sharpshooter. The extra little zoom that you get when you aim in just to go for the headshot or a long range shot or, you know, whatever, I highly recommend using Sharpshooter. I really wouldn't use Berserker unless you're on one of the Endor maps, if you're on like Forest Moon of Endor or Survivors. But Sharpshooter for the win, in my opinion. You can be way more accurate. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you liked the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Help me out, like the video, and I'll see y'all on the battlefront.